What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. This time we are going to be doing some redstone tutorial. Now, I am not a redstone master. I actually had to look up the name of this redstone build, which is a T flip-flop. I knew it was a T flip-flop, but I had to be 100% sure because there are tons of different redstone mechanics that people have made, so I wanted to be 100% sure. Anyways, if you guys do not know, I have a single player Minecraft vanilla series going on, and in that I made a piston door, a 2x2 piston door that I am using in that world, but I wanted it to close when you get in, which it does, but I also wanted it to open and close when you're inside and wanting to come out. I wanted it to close after you got out, and I think I successfully did that. And in doing so, I believe I made a failsafe for it. So let's just look at it. I was standing on the pressure plate for quite a while, and it did not actually break. It actually continued to open and then close. So we can actually do this one more time, but this time we're just going to stand on the pressure plate the whole time. And there we go. I was standing on the pressure plate the whole time, and I can actually show you guys how I did this. It might be the simplest thing redstoners know how to do, but for me, not being a redstone master, it took me a little while, but I figured it out. So let me go ahead and show you guys how I built it, and then I can show you guys how you can build it yourself. Alright, so this is the actual redstone system that you would be making. It from here to here it looks different, only because this is actually raised up from the ground and this one actually is within the ground. So whenever you're building it, you can build it however you want, but over here I built part of it in the ground and then part of it is above the floor. So I just built it this way so it would be a lot easier to show you guys exactly how it's working. So the footprint this thing has is a 7 by 9 by 5 footprint. So it's not too big. In the big scheme of things, it's actually fairly small. If you're looking at like something like that or that, it's actually fairly small. And it doesn't have any complicated redstone mechanics that you need to do. It's just simply a T flip-flop and some pistons with sand on it to help pass power through multiple directions. So to start off, we're just going to go with the simplest thing and do the button. So the button is going to be on the outside of your wall, which is over here. So it's going to be out over here, and all it's going to do is flip the T flip-flop. So now your piston door would in theory be opened or closed, be closed, because this redstone line is actually powered, and you would send the power over to whichever direction you want it, and it would close your redstone piston doors. So you want to open it, so you just hit it again, and now that it's open, you would walk in, and then there's a pressure plate. So here's your floor, and here's the pressure plate, and then there you go. It is now closed once again. You can tell by this line being powered. And how it's being done is, well, by two ways. Well, no, by technically one way, because this redstone power line feeds it two different ways. I will get to this line here in just a second. So it will feed the power up here and then power the T flip-flop once again to close it. Now when you're inside, you wanna walk out, but you don't want to have to go and push the button to close it. You want it to just be walk out and forget about it. And this system actually does just that. So you would walk on it, it would unpower it, open the door, and then close it once again. So how it does that is, well, for one, we know that this redstone line is going to power the T flip-flop. However, this line will also do that, but it's on a much longer delay, which allows it to go from the open state to the closed state automatically without you having to press any other buttons or any other pressure plates. But then how are you going to make sure you don't have any like breakage? So say you stand on the pressure plate too long, is it going to break the system? My system will not actually break because I have a piston right here, which if your door is actually opened, not closed, I keep getting those two flipped. If your door is actually open, the power will not actually go to this point because the power needs to flow through this sand block right here. And it being up one block, the redstone power cannot go through because this is technically not a full block or a block in general. So power does not get sent through, it just dies off right here. So it doesn't create the second T flip-flop activation, which allows it to close once you step on it. See, the power stopped here and it was enough time for it to die off, and then this closes due to the repeater right down here. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. Now it's actually easy because you guys can see it, but I will show you how to make it within here. So give me one moment and I will pop in over there. All right, so we are in the actual system that I have. So I have this over here, which is actually working. So we are actually going to disable it so that way we can work on this side and not have this side be on all the time and not allow us to work with the pistons themselves. So the door is open. We want to get that closed. How are we going to do this? So coming from the wall, we're going to go 5 blocks back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right here. And then I'm going to put in some filler blocks for just a second. I could have literally just gone over there for 1 block, but hey, what are you going to do? And then we're going to place a redstone block right here, which is going to be essentially our infinite power source. And then what you want to do is put the redstone torches above these, above the pistons. Oh my goodness. And then you just created yourself a T flip-flop. So with this, we can actually go ahead and run the line from this point to our piston door, which is probably the simplest piston door you could ever do. You just need this line right here plus 1 redstone. We can actually take that out to give it a better effect and just do it this way. I'm actually going to put that back in. And then connect it like so, and your door is now closed, which is good because we want it to be closed so that way we know if we have the whole system working correctly. Alright, and now we want to hook it up to this button here. So now we can use this button to open and close it. Now obviously we do not want to press this button every time to open and close it. We want to be able to open it and close it from within here. So we're going to have a pressure plate. Depending on what side your redstone system is going to be on, you can either have 2 pressure plates or 1. I normally just have 1, so that way if I want to keep the door open, I can just walk around it. If I don't, then I can just have 2 and just always have it closed every time I walk in. So I'm going to have 1, you can have 2, it doesn't really matter. So we can use this and, oh snap, no. I don't even know why I stepped on it. I don't even have the system made yet. So under here, we have a redstone line already set up. It needs to be a 2 redstone line system because we are going to be putting a piston right here with sand. And if the redstone is just like this, it's not going to power anything. Whoa, did it? Oh, it did. Interesting. The tests that I did, it did not actually do that. So I guess we could just have 1 line. I'm just going to keep it safe so that way I have a redstone line going directly into it. Actually, hold on. Now the actual question is, okay, so I know the block that the redstone is sitting on is being powered, but will it send power to another system? See, I did testing, but I completely forgot. So let us check. No. So this is why you want the redstone line, is so that way the power can actually get sent into the block. There we go. My guys and girls. And that is why we do testing. Oops. There we go. Get that back. Alright. So once you have the piston down and you put down whatever block you want to use, you can even use a solid block and use a sticky piston. I'm going to use a regular piston and sand because it is cheap. And so more than likely you would not have a slime farm if you're in the beginning of the game and you're not near a swamp, which I am not. So then you're going to want to have 2 repeaters going the split ways. Guide your line up to here. And I know I put a whole line right here, but you're going to want to put a redstone repeater right here, and you will see in just a moment why you're going to want to do this. Alright. And with that line completed, we can actually open and close the door just like that. And then close it. There we go. Yeah, you're going to be hearing tons more. Actually, I can just disable that. There we go. So we have the opening and closing system done with just the pressure plate and the button. But what if we want we want the open and close system on just the pressure plate? How we're going to do this is just like so. So right here is kind of important. This is going to be your failsafe. So you're going to put a repeater right in this hole and put it on a 4 ticks. And then you're going to put a redstone right here. This is going to power this block, which the repeater is going to take power out, put it into this block, and then power the piston, just like that. So we can go ahead and move this T flip-flop over so I can show you that. So there you go. You got the piston extended. And now we're going to create our line. So we're going to put a redstone block here because the power coming from this repeater is going to get sent to this block, and we want these repeaters to actually have power. However, a redstone repeater cannot get power from this block if it is on top. That's why we use a redstone line. Alright, so it's going to come over here, and if this was down, it would take the power from the sand and bring it over this way. And we're using tons of repeaters, and all these repeaters are going to be sent, be put onto a 4-tick delay, so that way it gives the player enough time to actually exit the corridor or whatever you are using. And that is actually the full system. This can easily be made in like 5 minutes, honestly. So here we go. We got the closing system, which is not going to do anything else. However, the open system is going to open it and then close it right back up. So there you have it. I'm actually going to go out to this one because it's a lot easier to see. And yeah, with this system, it is very easy. You get a failsafe right here, so it would be hard, nearly impossible, to break this system itself because it is a very simple system, just using 1 T flip-flop. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want me to try any other redstone builds or any other kind of tutorials, let me know down in the comments, because I actually enjoy making these and I kind of want to make more, but it's hard for me to actually know what exactly I'm going to be making. So I'm going to see what you guys would like me to make. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial video. Have a wonderful day or night, depending on where it is you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.